she had called him earlier.
Yeah, breakfast, I remember she said.
And she was mad because he was coming out during his own time too, rather than when she called him. She said when he calls her, he wants immediate reaction. She called him like, yeah, where is he? I don't know.
I mean, that show right there, what you should do.
What's that?
Counterbalance it. What's that say? I think you said it to me one time. Just
What?
because you have an emergency doesn't mean everybody else has an emergency.
What was that saying? And I used to have it in my office, and I used to see it. What does it say? Something like, your crisis doesn't equal my immediate response.
It's true.
People will put you in a crisis if you let them. So I'm asking her what she gonna do. She doesn't know. She got to figure it out.
She sounded like she was getting a little teary.
She was. After seeing Douglas, that's what it was. Because he said he's not telling me. He said he's sick.
Well, you know what though? If your immediate response to, I'm gonna call Douglas, where are you at? What kind of mood is that gonna put you in? I mean, right off the bat, you're gonna be in defense mode.
Well, she's already uptight because Douglas doesn't have insurance. The immediate thing, though, that she's uptight is that Michelle worked for the state until she retired in Medicaid, so she knows how to fill out the forms and stuff, and he was supposed to have come up
Saturday or something.
Yeah, and she was going to fill the forms out to get immediate, well, to get the thing moving in terms of Medicare. He didn't show up. So she's up, what? So she's uptight about that because she keeps thinking something's going to happen to him. He doesn't have any insurance. And lo and behold, he shows up dragging. Her worst fears.
Did he say what he was?
Just said he was tired. Well, he works hard. He's out early. But she thinks it's more than that. And he's not cooperating. I mean, in terms of, she don't know if he's taking his medicine. She's the one who went and actually got him set up with the doctor. She took him to the doctor because it was hard getting him to go. And his hand was shaking. She thought it was something worse, but it was not. The doctor, the neurologist, said, you know, it's fairly common, but it's not Parkinson or anything leading up to it at all. But she took him twice and took him to get, he has an appliance he puts on his wrist. And it's
like a
elastic thing. And she took him to get his medications and set it up for him because he wasn't moving on that. So now she's thinking, well, he's not telling her what the story is. She don't know what to do. She's pissed about Michelle looking and seeing he's either tired or sick, and all she can think about is fix the doorbell.
Did she say something to Michelle?
No.
She will later.
I'm not sure. She might not. And then when she gets in a mood like that, everything comes to the surface.
It's better go St. Louis.
Well, it's not at me or anything.
But it'll probably.
No, it's not going to reflect on me. In fact, she sees me as the source of strength in all of this. But she just doesn't know what to do now. She talks a good game, but when it comes down to it, I'm the one got to solve these problems.
That's interesting.
So her bark is much worse than her bite.
I know.
Because she will perform if she has an audience. She'll take a one or two, but by herself, she's not like that at all.
You always said that.
Every now and then she goes off the deep end if we just by herself, but it's usually short duration, and it's usually well over, but usually if we're by herself, I'm going to tell her. I don't always say anything if it's, unless she goes too far, if it's people around. But she's always been that way in public.
No need for that.
But nonetheless, she's concerned too. So if something happened to Douglas, she's the one got to take care of it.
No. You're the one that's going to be taken care of.
No, I ain't gonna work like that. I might have to be supporting her in doing it. I'm not the one to do that. What would probably happen? She would have to be back and forth here. He'd be sick, and she'd have to be the one to figure it out. So I would have to probably give her some advice what to do, because if shit happens, you got to think your way through it logically.
Otherwise, it costs you a lot.
Yeah. So she'd be uptight up there too, though. If something's wrong with him, and he doesn't say if anything's wrong. And I guess it all came to head, and she's mad, even though I don't know why she's mad about that. Michelle got all kind of shit stacked up here, stacked up there. Michelle don't cook, and she thinks that's funny. And the reason that she's uptight about that is that when Michelle came up, she was over there at our house almost over a week. I mean, had a lavish breakfast almost every day. and she said, we go our house, we don't have shit unless we go out to steak and shit. If she needs to keep some stuff in the house. And I was thinking that sitting there, I mean, Donnie doing all that cooking. We at home, Donnie doing all that cooking and buying the stuff. Well, she bought this too, indirectly. So she's uptight about that, but mostly it's Douglas. He's not cooperative. Why in the world did you try this and work?
Especially when it had backup.
Back in September. And didn't say anything. He just dropped out when she was talking to him on the phone. It's almost like, oh, by the way, I cut out my insurance today. Yeah. He's turning 65. Got bound to be a problem. Yeah, like it was talked about every other week, but it's preventative. She doesn't think he was taking his diabetes medicine either, because he
is severe.
Not severe, but he's on the pill, actually. And she would ask him about that. And she didn't know what. He didn't bring it when he came up back in September. And she don't even know whether he has medication, whether he has insurance to cover it. Probably not. I mean, it'd be a medication, prescription insurance, but probably he doesn't have it, so he just don't worry about it. Don't take it. No, he forgot his medicine left in the car.
I guess the first thing that you start working on is getting doing the Medicare.
That's right.
Because I would imagine if he's been dropped from or he signed off of it, the chances of him getting back on are probably pretty small. Boy, he had 3-month window or something. 2-month window.
He's not going to get back on. He dropped it because whatever his rationale was, that he probably would get Medicare. Well, he didn't know. You don't walk in and get Medicare the next day. It probably takes at least 30 days. That's probably
That's being generous.
Got to have all these papers. Got to fill out all the forms.
Everybody has to sign off.
Yeah. So he probably didn't know and just thought, well, go in, okay.
Some people over there on Christmas Day.
It might be a girl with some manager. Yeah, he figured just go in there. I'm ready to go on Medicare now. Of course, he's totally by himself up there in the house.
Yeah. Because they don't come over and check on him.
Come over if she gets on him, but he doesn't want people over there. So they
Well, see his company is.
Well, he don't much care for going over there either. Donnie kind of pushes him into it sometimes, but they cook up stuff sometimes. He would come up with Donnie and call him. He don't want to go there. Donnie thinks everybody in the world is just too enthused to go over to Tony's house and eat pizza and all. Well, the other thing too, Keita, she was crying apparently.
What, today?
This morning,
There.
she left crying. Wow.
House of Tears.
So everything at one time.
Well,
It's
they already
Christmas.
know.
It's Christmas and her husband's somewhere and she's by herself, even though she's at her mother's house who lives up here. So, probably first Christmas in 8 years. And if she was just by herself, that'd be bad enough. But
separated or divorced or whatnot, the clock's still ticking. They're still married now.
Very much so.
Until the paperwork's actually filed.
Right.
So, I would even dare say that Keita probably has more, it sounds like Keita has more assets than Mitch does.
I think so. The house is in her name.
She needs a lawyer pretty much. Because what is it, 10 years?
It's 10 years. They haven't been married 10 years. But a Negro that crazy, you never know what he might think about what money he can get.
That's what I'm saying. And what, 10 years is 50% or something?
I don't know the exact rule, and it probably depends upon the state you're in. But in general, it's 10 years.
Yeah, she needs to go take care of that.
I mean, he's not a deadbeat. He's working. And probably, given who he is, I would imagine he would have too much pride to try to get money from her. But the relatives, his brothers, man, they just gonna walk out. She got that money. And he's apparently heavily influenced by his family and brothers. Some people just can't think past what their relatives tell them to do. Relatives used to, not so much now, tell me what to do. Okay. Right. Right. Thank you very much. I'll figure that out my own self.
Is it pretty good for you? I say it's done pretty good for you.
Very much so.
You got driving. See me in the back.
Why?
Because you were over there. I'm sure she looked at all that stuff yesterday.
Pretty sure you got that right.
She was looking at the hairline. Was like, okay. Looking at the hotel. Okay.
I'm looking at the other stuff.
Wait a minute. What's this? And this.
Well, that's the easy part. You start talking about this subcontracting and pulling your business further together. That takes a lot of thought.
I was just trying to go and do a quick Excel thing and whatnot. Get back.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I ended up getting. I took a look. I was looking at the register report. I got an A- in the family business.
Okay.
As for the internet law, I don't know yet.
All right.
But he just got it. So.
Well, yeah.
It can't be
for
too.
yesterday.
Well, he said that was the cutoff time.
Can't be like this student calling me up and I had barely turned the grades in.
You know, I never really get that crazy about it. Just for the simple fact. I mean, once they're there, they're gonna be there all the time. So, I mean, what's a day really matter? That's the way I kind of look at it. I mean, when
This
it's there.
woman though was uptight because of
She was
missing
right.
the exam and no telling what else.
Yeah.
And some people are just uptight.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is that when Michelle comes back, she's going to kind of talk to her and they'll figure it out. She's talking about going by Douglas House today. But she doesn't know the Medicare. But Medicare, Medicaid, Donnie does, but Medicare, Medicaid, that was Michelle's job as a state.
Yeah, that's the sense I got. That's what she does over with Diane or something.
Well, she was doing it over there too, simply because that was her job with the state for, I don't know, 20, 30 years. So she knows.
Hey, makes sense.
She knows the routine.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I don't know what Douglas thinking about. Why would he not go and take advantage of her expertise? She's already called it.
For free.
And she's already called it to come over, waiting for him.
That makes no sense. But, you know, I guess you look at it too. Douglas is kind of blue collar. He's probably in a general frame of mind.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, Donnie over there, she's on him all the time. That's what it sounds like. Even though it's for his own good,
This is true.
but she's on him all the time, and she is pushing him actually in the opposite direction that she needs him to go in. That's what it seems like to me.
I don't know, because I don't know how Douglas thinks. I don't get involved with his issues. We just talk. So how he reacts to her
Christmas card were gonna be all messed up.
True.
Don't wanna hear all that. Could we stop by that gas station? Because I have a feeling that if I don't get something to drink now, I think it's all quite a bit of it's gonna be gone.
What do you mean we don't?
Like something to drink there.
Like what?
I don't know, like soda or something.
Yeah, we go right by that gas station.
Yeah. Because I just have a feeling.
What
I should
kind of
have
stuff
like
do
a
you
bag.
want?
Oh, I'm thinking maybe some lemonade or something like that. I know the kids and everything.
Yeah. Drank up stuff was supposed to have been for the punch.
I know.
If it's there, they screw around with it.
And I kind of personally dislike how she always equates me with Douglas. I am not Douglas. And Pam is not on me like that.
Not all the time.
But it was funny how she said exactly what I was thinking.
What kind?
When she was over there doing the day, this lady so bossy.
Who said
When we
that?
at the breakfast stand and doing pancakes.
Yeah.
And then she says, she is bossing me around like this.
Who said that?
She said that. You were right there.
In this year.
you folks on that baby.
I don't really get off on it. I mean, a lot of times, you know, stuff talking, people talking,
Yeah.
unless I hear my name in the middle of it,
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
or some other thing that would cause me to take some action on it. Okay.
Yep. I got you.
But women get mad too when they're fussing at you and you don't seem to register.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. You don't listen. Don't listen to me. What'd you say?
That's funny.
That was like a joke on TV, like wife fussing and talking about they not listening to me. What'd you say?
Or the fat one. Or the yogurt. Was it yogurt? Does this make me look fat? And the guy just like start eating the yogurt.
Comment. Fifth Amendment.
I don't work in house though.
No, it does not. It does not at all. Like, hey, that's a trick question. What? You know it is.
Yes, many a man have been on the sofa. You want anything from in here?
No, I don't think so.
You want some 7-Up or something? Crown?
Diet Cokers. Well,
Diet Coke?
well, no, wait a minute. Crown, I normally drink 7-Up.
Because Crown should still be in the bag. So Diet Coke?
Les Leroy's been over.
No, you put it in your bag yesterday. Remember?
Oh, I did? I don't know. I should.
No, you put it in yesterday. So Diet Coke? You want Diet
No, if it's Crown, I'll drink 7-Up.
straight or
Diet 7-Up. I don't drink straight soda. Runs your sugar up.
Alright. You want me to get a Diet Coke too, though? Or no? Like a bottle? Or 2 liters?
Get a can or so of Diet Coke or Coke Zero, and also get a can or 2. It'd be just as well to get a big one, wouldn't it?
Probably about the price, yeah.
Well, see whatever's the cheapest, because Mia has bourbon there too to put in the punch, and it's more bourbon than the punch will call for. So I don't know which one I'm going to drink. Probably
Alright.
Crown Royal, though.
Alright, I'll figure it out. Anything else?
Nope.
I was looking for the zero for you.
No, the Diet Coke is what I'm drinking now.
I just want the diet.
Testing.
Then I just
I
went
was
with the
drinking Coke Zero. I got tired of it. That's all I've been drinking for a few years, so I switched back to regular Diet Coke.
But then I was over there, I was looking, and I saw this. You always see, if you're over there looking around, you always see something. But they had, let's take next time. Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah? What about it?
She has a drink now.
I didn't know that. I know she got a doll.
I didn't know that.
Must be a doll with a big butt.
Well, it's a drink with a big butt. So, yeah, I was over there.
Target was selling a doll and Kohl's too. Like,
What mother in their right mind would go and get that doll for her daughter?
that's just the point. It's a lot of mothers do not have a right mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Nicki Minaj, she's a celebrity. They buy a daughter a celebrity doll. That's all as far as they think. There's a lot of people out here that some of them are stupid, some of them are crazy, and some of them just have no sense.
Yeah. Or some might just, like you said, might just like her. Like, oh,
I would call that no sense.
fair enough.
It's all kind of people out here. You pay close attention to the news, or not close attention, you see that. Like, why did they do something that stupid? Well, do it all the time. You almost have to adopt the attitude as long as it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, well, that's kind of something that's got my attitude.
You see craziness everywhere.
Like right there.
What was that?
There was a guy that had a wheelchair and his butt was all hanging out. And I guess he was trying to get into the car somehow. But the butt was like all out. Like it was,
What can you say?
Merry Christmas. That's about it. That's about it. I always get a kick though. I was thinking about this the other day when Keita, whenever Keita sees you, it's hey, Dr. Keys.
Yeah.
No particular, it's not just like Paul or Dad or something like that. Hey, Dr. Keys.
She started that when she was not a freshman, she was a transfer student from community college down the southeast. She talks about that all the time. And I really didn't know her. I had run into her one time with Donnie out at the shopping center. I know who she was.
And Donnie was pretty close.
Donnie babysat for her when she was small. And she came down the southeast, and I was the dean of the college and everything. Got to know her better. She just started that, and that's what she says all the time.
Yeah, nice guy. I just find it funny all the time. Hey, Doctor. Instead, like, I mean, because you've known her a long time.
Yeah, very much so. It's just second nature there.
Yeah.
Some people have said something about that to her. She said, do what you want to do.
In life, ultimately, that's what you're going to do anyway, isn't it?
But just a habit she fell into. Nothing significant about it.
No, I just thought it funny.
She credits me and Donnie with getting her through school because she was in nursing and she was failing out of nursing and was going to quit. And
In her, what, I guess the last 2 years?
I don't know when it was now, but it was a nursing program. And the problem was the community college, I believe, teaches you only how to remember stuff, not how to apply it.
Okay.
And in nursing, yeah, you remember the stuff like the illnesses and the approach to deal with it. You remember the facts, but then you got to see, well, okay, this person has this condition. It probably is this based on the symptoms,
So what
and
should I do?
possibly this treatment or that treatment. You got to make up your mind. I believe that was the issue because she was a straight A student in community college, and when she said that, she was going to quit and drop out because she had met with the chair of the nursing department, and it was kind of, Well, I supervised her, but it was kind of funny. We were pretty close, actually, too. But it was funny. She was saying she was crying, the nursing chair was crying, because they all like Keita. So
how can you not like it?
So what happened? Between me and Donnie, we just told her to switch over to social work, which is what she did, and had a wonderful time. They liked her there, too. In fact, the chair of social work came to her wedding. He was always talking about Keita.
That's what she was talking about.
Yeah, the chair of the department down in Southeast. He really liked her, and his wife did too. Followed her all the way through St. Louis University.
Wow.
So she says if it hadn't been for us, she would have just went ahead and dropped out. She said, no, I ain't gonna do that.
Because from what she was saying, you marked those papers up. She said I was crying.
Yeah.
She would cry. She would cry.
Yeah.
You were crying? Were you crying? You're like, oh,
I was like, God, how long I'm to do this? She would come over on Sunday night.
Lord. Okay.
The other thing, I don't know if it's bothering Donnie or not, but Michi's oldest son, the one down in Mississippi,
Yes.
is called up several weeks ago. He's failing math or
He has
something.
scholarship, doesn't he?
I don't know what he has. But he's going to drop out. It ain't worth it. And Donnie trying to tell him, go and talk to the instructor and go and see if you can find tutorial. Donnie was willing to work with him. I want to buy a car. Because he is going to get money, insurance money, because his mother died some years ago. So when he gets, I don't know, 18 or 20, he's going to get money. So he's itching to buy a car. He wants a BMW. And Donnie tried to talk him out of it and everything. So he's up here now. And
Over at Michi's.
he's over Tony's. And so I asked her this morning, I said, well, did Tori figure out what he's going to do? No. He told her, well, you only live once. I want a car. You only live once. You can live a hell of a life if you don't have an education, even though it's only one time.
Yeah, that's true.
And, he's about 19. She's trying to tell him if he gets the money, I think he get about $40,000. To start a business out there. There's no little stores out in that little rural community. So when she talked to him, since he's here now, it's like, I only live once, I'm going to buy a car. And she told him, tried to talk to him, well, now, you need to go and get an education, otherwise you're going to have trouble. Said, look at your aunt. That's Tony. That she tried to tell Tony. She didn't listen. Now look at Tony. Tony's working hard as she can, trying to get 10 years to get Social Security cards. She never worked long enough to do that. So now here's another one. And he probably has no inspiration from his father either.
Sure he does.
His father's all caught up with the newest kid now.
He needs to go and hang out with Chris. He needs to go and hang out with Chris.
Yeah, he doesn't even know Chris though, but
I'm just saying.
somebody like that,
Yeah.
yes. But he has, well, the grandmother down there totally babies him, so it's much like I think Donnie did with Tony and Michi's, my guess. Anything they want, they give it to them. Well, they don't know what the hell to do when they get adults. I mean, they don't know how to fend for themselves. And I think that grandmother, if it's possible, is worse than Donnie. Because he lives with the grandmother.
Actually, starting a business out there, would that even be worthwhile?
I haven't been down there.
If you go and you do 4 years, you're probably going to go to someplace else, like a bigger city or something, I would imagine.
That's one option. But another option is stay in a little small town that has no resources and try to make some money. What is that?
I don't know. But she's sure looking at.
Oh, that is Janine.
I know Janine like me. These two don't even know mine.
Janine doesn't think that way. Janine probably thought I recognized her right away. Wonder where she's going.
That's the hoopty, I guess, we was talking about.
It doesn't look too bad.
No, it doesn't. Neon.
Plymouth Neon, just since she can get to work, and she is working. Probably trying to run to some store to get something out of.
Wouldn't be something if it was soda.